It's the start of another series with APBA baseball and great teams of the past. And today it's the 1934 Detroit Tigers taking on the 1933 Washington Senators. First contest of a four-game series here in week number 3. As you look at the standings, the Senators and the Tigers not up to the best of starts. Senators 4-4 in their first two series. The Tigers had a bye and have only played one series so far. They lost all 4 games in their matchup against the Chicago Cubs. So, Senators are coming off a 4-game split with the New York Yankees. Still to come, Dodgers Cubs here in week number 3 already. We've seen the Yankees take 3 of 4 from the Red Sox, and the Reds take 3 of 4 from the Cardinals. So, let's meet starting lineups for this one. First for the visiting Detroit Tigers. Leading off playing center field, JoJo White. The catcher, Mickey Cochran. Second baseman, Charlie Gehringer. Batting cleanup and playing left, Goose Goslin. Shortstop, Billy Rogel. First baseman, Hank Greenberg. Third baseman's Marv Owen. The right fielder is Pete Fox. And on the mound for the Tigers, Vic Sorrell. Sorrell, 6-9, a 4.79 ERA, 1934. In his one start so far this season, he got roughed up pretty badly by the Cubs. 6 innings, 11 hits, 7 earned runs, and he took the loss. For the Senators, leading off and playing second baseman, it's Buddy Meyer. Heine Manush in left field, Goose Goslin in right field. That's right, Goose Goslin in the starting lineup for both teams here today. Joe Cronin is the shortstop. Fred Schultes in center field. Joe Kuhl is the first baseman. Aussie Blue Jays at third base. Luke Sewell's the catcher, and the starting pitcher is Earl Whitehill. Whitehill, 22-8, 3.33 ERA in 1933. 2 starts here in great teams of the past. He is 1-1 with a 3.94 ERA, coming off a win against the Yankees in which he went 8 innings and gave up 4 runs. 1934, the Tigers won 101 games. They lost the World Series to the St. Louis Cardinals that year. The Senators in 1933, they won 99 games, ended up losing the World Series to the New York Giants. Both teams have player managers in the starting lineup, Mickey Cochran for the Tigers, Joe Cronin for the Senators. And here we go. Let's play ball. Leading off for the Tigers in the top of the first, JoJo White. Despite going 0-4, the Tigers have 2 of the top 10 hitters in the league, albeit just with one series of play. But JoJo White hit .357, which currently ranks him 8th in the league. Get to Goose Goslin a few batters later, but those 2 guys had great weeks 1 at the plate. So here's White against Earl Whitehill. And he gets things started by bouncing ground ball left side, taken by the third baseman, Blue Jay. He throws to first in time for the first out. Mickey Cochran, player manager for the Tigers. He joined Detroit from Philadelphia before the 1934 season. He was the manager. He was the MVP of that season at .320 with just 2 home runs. But here in his first 4 games of the season, hitting just 200. So Mickey Cochran. And Mickey Cochran is on board. He puts one into right field. It falls in front of Goose Goslin for a base hit. There's Charlie Gehringer. He was the runner-up to Mickey Cochran in the MVP race. Gehringer hitting .267 through 4 games. Whitehill's pitch is in the dirt. It gets away from the catcher Sewell. Mickey Cochran advances second base on a wild pitch. Whitehill redeems himself a bit, strikes out Gehringer for the second out. So here's Goose Goslin. Goslin hitting a team best 385 through 4 games. That's good for 4th in the league in hitting. He is a holdover from season 2 of Great Teams in the Past. With the 25 Senators, he hit 298. Sorry, with the yes, Goslin played with the Senators. This is confusing because he's in both lineups. So the Goose Goslin played in season 2 with the 25 Senators. Today he's playing for both the Tigers and the Senators. And this is the Detroit Goose Goslin from 1934. So runner on second, 2 outs. Goslin, 385 average so far this season. And however, this time he'll hit a fly ball to right, as the other Goose Goslin will make the catch or the final out. On to the bottom of the first. For the Senators, Buddy Meyer to lead things off. Meyer hitting 207 through 8 games. And he pops it up in the infield. Rogel, the shortstop, has it for the first out. It's Heine Manouche. Manouche hitting 406 through 8 games. That ranks him 3rd in the league. He's also 1st in the league with 3 triples. 6 of his 13 hits this season have gone for extra bases. Ground ball left side, scooped up by the third baseman Marv Owen. He throws to first, 2 away. Now here's the Senators' Goose Goslin. And Goose Goslin, as we said in season 2, hit 298 for the Senators. Here, for the 33 Senators, off to a slow start, 161 average in 8 games. 2 outs, nobody on for this Goslin. And he will pop it up left side, taken by the third baseman Marv Owen. That is a 1-2-3 inning for Vic Sorrell. Top of the second, no score. Billy Rogel to lead things off, hitting 250 through 4 games. And he has another hit for the Tigers. Ball falls in for a single. Leadoff runners aboard. And here is Hank Greenberg. Greenberg, 286 average, 26 homers in 1934. But Washington's got an excellent defensive play, and this is a ground ball to the second baseman. Buddy Meyer flips it to Joe Cronin on to first. Double play. So that is 2 outs. Here's the third baseman, Marv Owen. Owen, worst hitter on the Tigers in week 1, hit 2 hits and 15 at-bats, a 133 average. And ground ball right side. The first baseman, Kuehl, has it, flips it to Whitehill covering first, side retired. Tigers have 2 hits in their first 2 innings, but nothing to show for it. Senators come to bat for the second time. Here is the player manager, Joe Cronin. Cronin in 250 through 8 games. 33, he gets to roll in his second column. 5 home runs in 1933. And this time it will just be a single for Joe Cronin. So first hit of the game for the Senators. Is Fred Schulte, 222 average through 8 games. Senators have just a 209 average through the first 8 contests. And Schulte will take ball 1 and ball 2. And pops it up in the infield. Rogel, the shortstop, has it. 1 out. Here's Joe Kuehl. Kuehl, oh my goodness. 1 for 26 at the plate this season. An 0.38 average. went hitless 0 for 13 in the last series against the Yankees. So 1 out, runner on. Can QL do anything here? He does not. Pops it up, drifting to foul territory behind the plate. Mickey Cochran will make the catch for the 2nd out. Here's Aussie Bluejay. He is a holdover from season 2, 25 Senators, hitches 179, and he's doing even worse this time around, hitting 148 through 8 games. So 2 outs, runner on first for Bluejay, and he'll hit a fly ball into right. No problem for Pete Fox. Side retired. Played 2 full innings. There is no score. This has been a pitcher's league so far. Mentioned the Senators hitting 209 as a team. Tigers team average through their first 4 games was 233. Senators came into today with a 4.04 team ERA. Detroit's pitching was battered pretty badly in their 4-game sweep against the Cubs, 6.43 ERA in those 4 games. Here's Pete Fox to lead off the 3rd for the Tigers. Fox, 214 average in their first series. And he will hit a fly ball to right. Goose Goslin will track it down, make the catch, 1 out. Here's the pitcher, Vic Sorrell, 0 for 2 in his 1 start. Makes contact, left side. Aussie Bluejay picks up the ground ball, throws to first, 2 away. Back to the top of the order, it's JoJo White, grounded out his first time up. And he will look at ball 4. 2-out runner for the Tigers. They've had a base runner in each of the 3 innings so far. Here is player manager, MVP from 1934, Mickey Cochran. Singled his first time up. And scorches a ground ball, left side, snagged by the 3rd baseman, Aussie Bluejay. He throws out Cochran. Side retired. Here come the Senators in the bottom of the 3rd. Luke Sewell to lead things off. Sewell, 227 average through 8 games. Sewell, ground ball, left side. Shortstop Rogel should have it, but he doesn't. He boots it, and that is an E6. I'll bring the pitcher, Earl Whitehill, to the plate. Whitehill, 1 hit and 4 at-bats in his first 2 starts. He'll be looking to bunt Sewell over here. And he will get down a good one. Owen charges, throws to first, gets the out, but Sewell advances to second base. Here comes Buddy Meyer. Leadoff hitter is 0 for 1 today. And he'll pop it up, drifting to foul territory left side. The 3rd baseman, Marv Owen, will make the catch. 2 outs. Hi, Manouche, mentioned coming into today, hit 406, 0 for 1 today. Great series against the Yankees, hit 471, 8 hits in 17 at-bats. And Manouche singles into right. It's in the hole. Pete Fox comes up throwing. They're going to send Luke Sewell, and he will score the game's opening run. 1-0 Senators on the Manouche RBI single. So here's the Senators' Goose Goslin, 0 for 1 today. And ground ball to short. Rogel will make this play. Side is retired, but not before the Senators take a 1-0 lead on the Manouche RBI single. On to the 4th, 3, 4, 5 hitters coming up for the Tigers as they look to bounce back. Charlie Gehringer to lead things off. He struck out his first time up. And this time, fly ball to center. Fred Schulte has it, 1 out. Here's the Tigers' Goose Goslin. He's 0 for 1. Ground ball up the middle. Second baseman Buddy Myers able to get to it. Throws across his body to first in time for the second out. Here is the shortstop. Billy Rogel singled his first time up. This time, however, he'll hit a fly ball to right. Goslin will have it. And that's a 1-2-3 inning, first one for Earl Whitehill. So the Senators come to the bat in the bottom of the fourth with a 1-0 lead. 4, 5, 6 hitters. Joe Cronin, player manager, finished second in MVP voting in 1933. He singled his first time up. This time, however, ground ball to third. Owen comes up throwing. That's 1 out. It's Fred Schulte, who is 0 for 1. Pops it up. Rogel calls for it. Shortstop has it. 2 outs. Joe Kuhl is 0 for 1. 1 for 27 on the season. And his woes continue. Comebacker to the pitcher. Sorrell has it. Throws over to first. And that's a 3 up, 3 down for Sorrell. On to the fifth. Hank Greenberg to lead things off. 0 for 1 today. Hits this one hard, though, and it's down the first base line into the corner. Hank Greenberg leads off the fifth with a double. Detroit in position, trying to tie this game up. Here's Marv Owen, who is 0 for 1. Whitehill strikes him out. Needed that. Here's Pete Fox. He is 0 for 1. Fox hits one sky high, but it won't get out of the infield. Shortstop Cronin calls for it, and that's 2 outs. That'll bring up the pitcher, Vic Sorrell, who is 0 for 1 today. Pitchers have hit very well in this league. Sorrell does not have a very good card for hitting, though. And as I say that, he rolls an 11. He rolls the double 1. But you know what? Against a B pitcher, that is only going to be a hit right back to the opposing pitcher. Earl Whitehill has it and throws him out. Anybody else, that 11 would have tied the game. Pitcher, no such luck. On to the bottom of the fifth. Senators still nursing a 1-0 lead. Aussie Bluegee to lead things off. He is 0 for 1 today. And he comes through, puts one into left center field. It will fall in. It's a base hit. Both teams now have 3 hits on the day. Luke Sewell reached base on an error his first time up. And Sorrell's pitch goes to the backstop. Bluegee advances to second base on a wild pitch. Chance for the Senators to add to their lead. But Sewell, ground ball to the third baseman, Marv Owen. He looks Bluegee back to second, throws to first for the first out. So here's the pitcher, Earl Whitehill. Could bunt and try to get Bluegee to third, but we're going to let Earl Whitehill swing away and see what happens. And he makes contact, fly ball to right, not deep. Pete Fox has it. Aussie Blue Jay has to stay at second. So, can Buddy Meyer be the hero with 2 outs here? He is 0 for 2. Can he drive in another run? He does not. He hits a fly ball to right that Pete Fox will catch, and that will end the inning. We go to the 6th, still 1-0 Senators. Top of the order for the Tigers, 1, 2, 3 hitters. JoJo White's 0 for 1 with a walk. He rolls to 66. He gets to roll in his second column, but 0 home runs in 1934. So almost assured he's going to end up on at least second base. And an 11, that is going to be hit into left center field. They're going to have to run after it a ways. JoJo White is motoring around the bases. He is very fast. JoJo White, he will make his way to third base with a leadoff triple. And the Tigers might be on the verge of tying this one up. Here's Mickey Cochran, 1 for 2. Nobody out. The Senators are going... They're going to bring the infield in here. They're going to bring the infield in. We're in the 6th. They want to try to protect this 1-run lead. Oh my goodness, I don't believe it. And this is the 3rd one of the game. Whitehill's pitch in the dirt, gets away from Sewell. JoJo White will walk home, scores the tying run on a wild pitch. So White triple and a wild pitch ties the game. And so Mickey Cochran's still a batter, nobody out, nobody on. Whitehill strikes out Cochran. There's Charlie Gehringer, who is 0 for 2. 33 gets to roll on his second column. 11 home runs in 1934. Can he give the Tigers the lead? Not a home run, but he does blast one into right center field. It will hit the wall. Charlie Gehringer will go to second base with a 1-out double. Here's the Tigers' Goose Goslin. Came in today with a team best 385 average. 0 for 2 today. And Whitehill strikes him out. 2 outs. Billy Rogel's 1 for 2. 2 outs. Runner on second. Nope. Pops it up. Foul territory, left side. There's room for Aussie Blue Jay to make the catch. Side retired, but Detroit does tie the score on the JoJo White triple and wild pitch. On to the bottom of the 6th. 2, 3, 4 hitters for the Senators. Heine Manouche to lead things off. Manouche 1 for 2. Drove in Washington's run in the 3rd inning. Manouche ground ball to second baseman Ground ball to the second baseman. Gehringer throws him out. Here's the Senators' Goose Goslin, 0 for 2 today. Fly ball to right. Pete Fox has it, 2 away. Joe Cronin, 1 for 2 at the plate. Joe Cronin pops it up. Third baseman Marv Owen makes the catch. Side retired, 1, 2, 3 inning for Sorrell. We are on to the 7th. Hank Greenberg to lead things off, 1 for 2, doubled his last time up. Line ball into center field. Fred Schulte, though, gets to it, makes the catch, 1 out. Marv Owens 0 for 2, struck out his last time up. This time, though, Owen makes contact, Bloops one over the shortstop head. It falls into left field. That is a base hit. Tigers now have 6 hits to the Senators 3. So runner on with 1 out. Pete Fox is 0 for 2 today. He rolls a 33. He gets to roll on his second column. Fox had just 2 homers in 1934. Not a homer, but he does put a ball into right field. It will go in for a base hit. Marv Owen will race from first to third. And now the Tigers have runners at the corners with 1 out. It is the pitcher, Vic Sorrell. I am tempted to let Sorrell bunt and see what happens. Well, Sorrell's a lot of strikeouts on his card, so that probably would not be actually the best thing. All right. First and third, Sorrell. Do we call for a pinch hitter here, trying to give Detroit the lead? Detroit's bullpen is pretty terrible. The Sorrell's only a C pitcher, so man, what to do? All right. Sorrell's only given up 1 run in 3 hits in 6 innings. We're just going to let him go. We're going to let him swing away, see what happens. And let's see. Washington is and swinging away all that decision. It pays off. Sorrell, fly ball to center. It is deep enough to let Marv Owen score on the sacrifice fly. Detroit now leads 2-1. How about that? So 2 outs. Runner on first. JoJo White tripled his last time up. He's 1 for 2 with a walk. This time, though, ground ball to third. Blue Jay throws him out. That'll end the inning, but the Tigers now lead 2-1. After the 7th inning stretch, here come the Senators. Schulte, Keuchel, Blue Jay. Schulte's 0 for 2 today. He has a leadoff walk. Tyne runs on base. Joe Keuchel, 1 for 28 at the plate this season. He is a .322 hitter in 1933. I'm tempted to bunt, but maybe this is the roll that gets him out of it. So let's swing away. No, fly out to left. Goose Goslin. He has it. 1 out. Aussie Blue Jay, 1 for 2. Oh, pops it up behind the plate. Mickey Cochran has it. 2 outs. Senators just cannot catch a break. Here's Luke Sewell, 0 for 2, reached base on an error. And he pops it up. And third baseman Marv Owen has it. And the leadoff walk doesn't hurt at all. We go to the 8th. Two, three, 4 hitters for the Tigers, starting with Mickey Cochran, who is 1 for 3. He draws a leadoff walk. See if the Tigers can do anything better with leadoff runner. Charlie Gehringer's 1 for 3, doubled his last time up. Gehringer strikes out for the second time. Here's Goose Goslin, 0 for 3 today. Came in hitting .385. Whitehill strikes out Goslin for the second out. Billy Rogel 1 for 3. What can he do with 2 outs and a runner on first? All right, let's try re-rolling that red die. Ground ball to third. Belugi has it, comes up throwing in time for the third out. So both teams in the last at bat waste a leadoff walk. And we go to the bottom of the eighth. Earl Whitehill hasn't pitched badly. 2 runs, 7 hits in 8 innings of work. His day is done. Senators will bring Sam Rice to the plate. Rice, this is his third plate appearance of the season. He's 1 for 2 as a pinch hitter. Rice was a starter on the 1925 Senators in season number 2, hit a team best .331. So can he get anything going here for the Senators in the eighth? He does not. Fly ball into right, and Pete Fox will catch it for the first out. Senators are at the top of the order for the 4th time. Here's Buddy Meyer, who is 0 for 3 today. It's another fly ball to right. Pete Fox has had a busy day out there in right. He makes another catch, 2 outs. Manny Manouche 1 for 3, drove in the Senators' only run way back in the 3rd inning. And fly ball to center. No problem. JoJo White has it. Side retired. We go to the 9th. Detroit still leads 2-1. Senators need a new pitcher. And it will be Jack Russell. Russell, 12-6, 2.69 ERA as a reliever in 1933. So far this season, 3 appearances, 4 innings, 2.25 earned run average. Actually, 3 saves in his first 3 appearances. This is not a save situation. He's just trying to keep this one close to give the Senators a chance in the 9th. So he'll be facing the 6, 7, 8 hitters, starting with Hank Greenberg. Greenberg is 1 for 3 with a double. And Greenberg, fly ball to the left. Manouche runs it down, 1 out. Here's Marv Owen, who is 1 for 3. Ground ball to the second baseman, Meyer. 2 outs. Pete Fox is 1 for 3. He gets a ground ball to the short. Cronin has it. And that is a 1-2-3 inning for Jack Russell. We go to the bottom of the 9th. Detroit clinging to a 2-1 lead. Vic Sorrell will look to close this one out. He'll be facing the Senators' heart of the order, 3, 4, 5 hitters, Goslin, Cronin, and Schulte. So here is Goose Goslin. The Senators' Goslin 0 for 3 today. It's been a rough season for this Goslin. Came into today hitting 161. Can he get anything started here in the 9th? Well, he does draw a walk. So Joe Cronin comes to the plate, 1 for 3. Runner-up as the MVP in 1933. Oh, goodness. Do we have him bunt? Got some possibly good hitters. I think Cronin's too good of a hitter to bunt. We're going to let him swing away and see what happens. And, well, it's as good as a bunt. Ground ball to third. Owen has it, but his only play is to first. He does get the out. Goose Goslin does advance to second base. So Runner on second, 1 out. For Fred Schulte, who is 0 for 2 with a walk. And that is another walk. Vic Sorrell has put runners on first and second with 1 out. I think 2 walks this inning is telling us Vic Sorrell's day is done. And they will go to Furpo Marbury to try to close this one out. Marbury, 15-5, 4.57 ERA. Part-time starter, part-time reliever. Back in 1934. Marbury, in week 1, 2 appearances, pitched 4 innings, gave up 3 runs. Looking to close this out as the Tigers are trying to attain their first win of the season. Joe Kuehl, 0 for 3 today, 1 for 29 on the season. He has runners on first and second with 1 out. Is this his moment to finally break through? Bounces it back to the pitcher. Marbury has it. Throws to Rogel covering second. On to first. Double play. And that is the ball game. Joe Kuehl, what is going on with you? Final score, the 1934 Detroit Tigers beat the 1933 Washington Senators 2-1 in the opener of this 4-game series. Detroit wins its first game of the season, improved to 1-4. Washington falls below 500. They are now 4-5. Tigers 2 runs on 7 hits, 1 error. They left 6 runners on base. Senators 1 run on 3 hits, no errors. They left 5 runners on base. Detroit, 7 hits by 7 different players. Goose Goslin was the only player to go 0 for, and he was the team's best hitter coming in. 3 extra base hits, doubles by Gehringer and Greenberg, a triple by JoJo White. That triple by White in the 6th inning, he would then score on a wild pitch to tie the game. The only run batted in provided by the starting pitcher, the winning pitcher, Vic Sorrell, sacrifice fly in the 7th inning. Sorrell will improve to 1-1 on the season, came in with a 10.50 ERA after his first start, and this will do wonders for that as he goes 8 1/3 innings, gives up 3 hits, only 1 run. It was unearned. 3 walks, no strikeouts. Furpo Marbury came in to get the final 2 outs on a double play for his first save of the season. For the Senators, they were held to just 3 hits, all of them singles. Manouche had an RBI single in the 3rd inning for their only run, scored Luke Sewell, who reached base on an error, and that was it for the Senators. Earl Whitehill pitched well, but he will take the loss to fall to 1-2. Whitehill, 8 innings, 7 hits, 2 runs, both of them earned, 2 walks and 6 strikeouts. Jack Russell pitched 1 scoreless inning. So that is all from Griffith Stadium as the Detroit Tigers get their first victory of the season. They beat the Senators 2-1. This is game 1 of the series, but if you're watching this now, games 2, 3, and 4 have also been played. So if you want to see what happened in the rest of the series, head over to my website, rogersportsgames.com, for recaps, box scores, stats, and more. And after this, we still have 1 series left in week number 3. That'll be the 1941 Brooklyn Dodgers against the 1935 Chicago Cubs. So keep an eye out for that one. So that's all from this game of APBA Baseball Great Teams of the Past. Appreciate you being here. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like and subscribe.